It's pretty bad. I can just see my other computer in the background there. That's okay. I will set up another monitor soon, so I got an actual screen that I can look at. Problem is, I got a huge screen, like a huge monitor, so it takes up my whole desk. I'll get a new desk eventually, so I'll set up one of these monitors I've got. For now, I just got my laptop over there, so hopefully, if I look over, I can see some chats. Problem is, I never respond because I never see the chats. What are we doing? Okay. Finally got around to combat. I've been wanting to do the combat, but the problem is, we've had to get this work. Oh, before we do, I just want to do one quick change, and that change will be, first of all, we don't want to shoot when we're aiming, unless we're aiming down sights. So only shoot if we're aiming down sights. But secondly, oh wait, I got no ammo. Actually, wait, I didn't do the thing. Right there. We don't want it to play the reload if the gun's empty and we got no ammo, obviously. So we will change that as well. So first things first, we want to go to here. And we want to say begin fire. What I should do is reload weapon, blah blah blah. Let's get rid of that because we no longer need this. Also, we're going to stop putting reliable. I was asking about reliable, and I think that's causing a lot of the issues where it's calling things twice. I'm not sure why, but it seems to. I was having an issue with the reloads, and all I did was go through and turn off reliable, and it just works now. So right here, here's what we're doing. Okay, so if it's false, we do nothing. Blah 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 blah. So fire bullet. If ammo is less than or equal to 0, then we check the ammo. First, we need to maybe that'll fix it. So we'll check the caliber of the weapon, and if it is less than or equal to 0, then we dry shoot. And if it's false, then we do nothing. Where is it calling the reload? It's got to be calling from the character, isn't it? I also added some shake cams. It's actually very simple to do. So we've got to find left click. If we've got an assault rifle, fire weapon, multi-fire. Okay, so what we're doing is we're saying, okay, so we'll do this: fire, check ammo, play, reload, fire weapon. Yeah, see, we're checking the max ammo if that equals blah blah blah, but we don't do that anymore. We've removed that. So what we are doing is we will be saying caliber, how much ammo in inventory. Okay, so if the ammo in the gun is less than or equal to 0, then we get the ammo type. Let's push this down. Push this down. Determine caliber. True. You there, and you there. And we say if this ammo is okay, if this ammo is less than or equal to 0, then fire weapon. It'll fire a weapon, but when it calls in the gun, it won't fire, it'll just dry fire, so it'll just make the click. And if that's not true, should not reload. Oh wait, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Yep, that's fine. So that should fix the issue we had there. Yeah, okay, so it doesn't reload now, and we also can't reload because we've got no ammo. But we pick up ammo, and now we can. Okay, so that's fixed. What's next? One more change I want to make, and this will be in the inventory system when we add to stack. Not add to inventory. What I might do, cool, quantity remaining, blah blah blah, add to stack. Create new stack. What I might do is, do we have a reference to the owning character? We do not. But maybe we ought to. It's got to be in here. So once we add, it would have to go right here. Success, blah 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 blah. Unless we do it directly in the item itself. Yeah. So we come here, we go to content, game, weapon, no, not weapon, inventory, items, weapons, ammunition. Okay, so I should have just gone to you. Let's open you up. So it'll just do whatever the parent says. So what we will do is we will find the parent. Find the parent, which is you. And item data component should have an interface, look at, interact with. This is it. Because it will even say, we even have a reference to the player character right here. So we'll get rid of you because we should be able to call that in the children, yes? Interact with. There we go. What we're going to do is custom if we do it immediately, it might not have run through the code, so it might come back not updating properly, so we might just add a delay. That's probably all we need to do. We will say don't you save. What do I want to call it? Nah, it doesn't cancel the autosave. You. Yeah, okay, you stay. Oh, you son of a bitch. I was waiting for it to do that before I started typing, and it waited for me to start typing. Pick up ammo update, and we just have this run on the client. So all you do is, oh god damn, right there. I want it in there. It's my OCD. It's gotta be perfect. We've got a function somewhere. Weapon call update ammo. That's the one. Let's just call that. We'll just call that weapon call update ammo. Weapon call update ammo. After a delay by 0.2. That'll do fine. So now when we pick up ammo, we'll have to do this with all the children. It should, in theory, update the HUD, but it didn't. Why didn't it? Are you being called? Hello. You're not being called. That's the thing, because with the interact with, I feel like you should be getting called, but you're not. Is this an issue with the parent? Because I don't think the interact with is ever being used, right? Like if we go to inventory system and we say interfaces, look at interact with, interaction trace. I don't think it is this, is it? Look at, show message. I completely forgot where we put the interaction with. Is it just in there? Okay, I think it is just here. Consume, drop, blah, blah. Interaction input. So interact, server interact. Because there would be a thing, interact with, is that what we're calling? Yeah, interact with. So this should be getting called. Where was I? Back to you. So we are item data component. Okay, so it's the data component. So it's you. Maybe we'll try that. Actor component. Blah, blah, blah. But now we don't have a reference to the character, which is a problem. So we'll come back to you. We will say play cat interact with local interact. Are you not getting called? Maybe it's a wait, am I standalone or? Yeah, I'm on standalone, so it's not a network issue. I think it's just this in general. So I swear I was using this at some point. There's got to be one item here where it was working. Items. Effect works. No, that's not what I want. Get out of here. test item. Let's add an interact with event interact with. Maybe that's the issue. No, it is an event. Print. Let's just say hello. Still no. Maybe we should just add our own so that when we interact with it, because we come to inventory, interact with blah blah blah, if it is valid, then yeah, we interact with, where we call this. The only thing is, why is it not calling? You're there. If we look in the parent, you're not doing anything either. It's gonna be with you. Inventory system. Maybe we can just up on when it gets updated. Maybe we can try that. Let's just say weapon core update ammo. Maybe that'll do it. But it doesn't. So much of this is seemingly pointless. Look at actor, server, interact. Here's the thing I'm not understanding though. Why is it calling? It's clearly not calling the function on local interact. But it is. But it isn't. So we call this interact with. So where are you interacting with? Because this is an N. It's going to be in the item data component. So let's go to there. It's going to be a new item data component, blah, blah, blah. Interact with, add to inventory, valid, get out of here. Valid. We will say failed if was success. Weapon call update ammo. Let's just always update anytime we pick up anything at all. Every time we successfully pick up something. There we go. It's a bit of a brute force, but it's working. So that's all that matters. We can get rid of you because we can fix all that later. The only thing is, I wish that was, I might change that in the future because I don't like how that is. I just don't like how that works. But this is updating better. So test, get rid of you. Let's get to combat. So you can see how one thing we need to change right now is aside from shooting without aiming down sights, is no matter how far away I am, I take damage if they complete the swing. So let's change that first of all, so that we can dodge. So come here, blah blah blah. Reaction, take damage, client, attack now. Okay, this is all a mess. Target, check alive, blah blah blah, blah 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 blah. So first things first, don't need you. Wait time, yep, that's fine. Okay, so server, attack target now, event. Okay, so you get called, you blah blah blah. So then you do this, and maybe the attack player is being called from the instance. I always forget how I set things up. Pelicans, no. No, you. You. Okay, so attack begin, attack hit, so attack now. So we're looking for attack now. Lose target, blah 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 blah. Quick. Attack. Attack now. Server attack now. Broadcast attack now. Custom event. We do want to check if they're alive, so we'll go back to that. And we don't need that. We don't need you. Executes on all. That should work fine. First of all, alive. Second of all, target, get yep, that's fine. As long as they're less than 400. Check a lot. We'll check if they're alive. So, as long as they're within 400 and they are alive, then we hurt them. Should let me dodge them. Maybe close the radius a bit. Let's make it like 250. And we're gonna make this a variable. Attack radius. Attack radius, and that's gonna be 250. It's a bit better. Not perfect, but we can work on it. You know what I might do? Instead of let's look at how their brains work. Bot behavior. Okay, so as long as they're chasing us, as long as they're equal to attack, move to attack target. Wait, change speed. Okay, but they're not being told to focus. You know what I mean? Like, they're not being updated to focus, unless they are. I think they are with the move to. Unless it's in here somewhere. Let's just have a quick look, see, because it might be right in here. Set focus. Okay, so when they attack, I think what we will do is unset the focus so that, you know, if they go to hit you, maybe you can run forward and dodge. Because here's the thing, I'm just thinking about optimizations as well. Because we could just, an easy way to do it might be to just put like a collision in front of them and say that, you know, if you're within that collision when they play the certain part of the animation, then do damage, and if you're not, then don't do damage. That might be the more optimized way to do it, because I'm thinking of maybe doing a dot product and a distance check, and those aren't really that optimized, especially if you've got a lot of zombies doing it. So it might feel a bit better, but optimization wise, we'll just do it for now. But get dot product too. Okay, so also I want to change one thing. Combat grounds. Blah 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 blah. Custom event. All you do is spawn again. Play team. Blah blah blah. And you're looping. Begin assault, and all you're gonna do is a multicast. So spawn client 2, and we don't want it to be looping. What we will do is say, once we do this, didn't mean to do that, enemy count. So we're gonna get enemy count, and we will say when you overlap, set. No. Instead of max enemy, enemies to spawn. Because we're just gonna, as you enter areas, have them trigger how many are gonna spawn, and we will say random in range. So the minimum will be 4. And the maximum will be, let's say, 6. So true. not looping. So wait 5 seconds and then start spawning this. And when you call this, what you will do is every time this gets called, we will say, first of all, enemies to spawn. Less than or equal to 0. If that is not true, then we will get the enemies to spawn, minus it by 1. I always mean to test that. We'll just minus it by 1, set it, and then come here, and we will say, once this spawns, timer let's just run this again. We'll say, okay, so if there's more to spawn, then run this again, but we'll add a little bit of a variation to it, where we will say random integer, random float in range 0.2. Let's say 1 to 3 seconds. So randomly, as long as there are let's say 2 to 9. So every time we walk into this, it'll randomly attack us with a random amount of zombies, but they will be limited. So once we kill them, we would have cleared the area. Actually, first of all, let's go back to weapons. Damage is now 25. And we will say combat grounds. We will replicate that. Print. Actually, let's come here. Yeah. We'll print it. Print it there. So when we walk in, 3. We're gonna have 3 zombies attack us. One, 2. That is far more than 3. Okay, so why did that not? Oh, you know what? I think it's this bad boy right here. Actually, it could be here. Print. Let's just make a quick append. Append. Remaining. Zombies to spawn. Okay, let's get an update to see what's happening. Zombies to spawn 9. Okay, lucky us. remaining 9, remaining 9, remaining 9. Okay, so we come through here. It should be because we're not removing anything. That's why. Okay, zombies to spawn 4. What we will do is we're gonna add like a cooldown as well. Spawn cooldown, and the cooldown will simply be let's make that random as well. By default it'll be 10 though. Actually, begin play, we will randomly set it. Yeah, that's different. That was for a different game. Never mind. I was just confused as to what that was. Spawn trigger cooldown, set that. Just adding some randomness to it so that it's harder to read what the game's gonna do. Cooldown will be random between 10 seconds and 30. We'll make it longer in the game because we're going to have a lot of these triggers around, but just for now, while we're testing, we want it to be higher. What am I looking at? This is what I want. Begin custom, begin cooldown. Also, I was gonna quickly come back up here because we want you to be afloat actually. To 30 seconds. Actually, we're not going to set that in the initial part here, because by default you're going to be nothing. So we'll do a quick check here. We'll say nah, because we don't want to update it actually. We will keep it as a variable, but we're going to have a 10 spawn. By default, let's just make it random. No, we won't make it random. We'll leave it as is. By default, yes, you can spawn. And we will say if player team walks in, we'll leave you as is, but we will also go, if you can spawn, then we'll take you and set you to no, and we'll set the little cooldown trigger, custom event. We'll have you reset spawner. you will play on the server. Timer by event. That'll be the cooldown time. The event will be you. All you do is reset you to be yes, we can spawn, and you do you as normal. Okay, so when we walk in, it should set it so that it's also not playing on the server. So while we test this in the standalone, it'll work fine. The client, maybe not so much. We'll have it run on the server later. Not for now. Not for now, we're just testing. Okay, so we're going to have 7 zombies spawn, but you can see walking back into it, it's not going to spawn anymore. 5 remaining, 4 remaining, 3 remaining, 2, 1, and no more. So that should be our 7. It's not spawning anymore. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, that makes sense. And then once we kill these guys, we will have cleared the area. I didn't pick up ammo. There we go, area is clear. And by now the cooldown should have, it's been more than 30 seconds, so we should be able to walk back in. There we go, it got set off because the trigger's been reset. Should spawn 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 1, no more. And 3 zombies to spawn. Either way, you get the point. You get the point. I'm gonna save all that. Alright, what's next? We'll come to zombie you blah blah blah. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. This is in his brain, yes? So we don't want it to, the thing is, if we've got it in his eyes, perception, then it might be constantly updating this. But the AI perception, the tick intervals, we don't want it to tick every frame because I think that's a bit too much. Maybe 0.1. But I still don't want it to be setting focus constantly. Only because I want to have a bit more control on that. But if it doesn't set the focus, then would it even make a difference? Because if it's chasing, then yeah. Maybe we set focus when they get because I remember in every other thing I've ever made, I've had them set the focus in this section, so that when they change, while they're chasing, then yeah, they are focusing. But then when we hit to like the attack stage, then we can turn off the focus. So the point of that would be, say they got to take a swing at you. If you go to run around them, they're not like tracking you and turning as you go to run around them to dodge them. So I guess like Dark Souls, that they got to take a swing at you, you can roll forward and they'll miss. I just kind of like that, so. But that's going to be a kink in our plans if that's what we want. So we're going to put you over there for now. Does that make much of a difference? Because I think they're aligned to their movement for now. And if they're aligned to their movements, then as long as they're chasing me, then they should be updating and focusing on me maybe. So it doesn't really make a difference. Okay. We didn't update the dot product. Okay, so we'll get target, because it should be the target. Target, other actor will be this, and we will say equal to integer equal to float with nearly equal to float. Okay, so this would be, I'm going to say u with an error tolerance of, let's say 0.3. It's a bit too much. 2. One with 0.2. Yeah. Because dot products are basically, if I'm directly in front of it, then the result will be a 1. So the more, yeah, you get the point. If I'm off to the sides, it'll be a 0. If I'm behind it, it should be a -1, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think that's entirely true. Maybe. Let's print it. We'll see what we get. Let's just say print append dot value and yes, right there. Okay, so dot value spawn them. Let's just get 1. So for now, come back to combat grounds. Where are you being set? You? No. Where did we set it, guys? Where did we set it? Triggers. Minimum 1, maximum 1. You know what, these are variables now. Promote the variable. Max to spawn. 1 and 1. Now I don't need to look from, I can just look at the side. We just want to spawn 1 for testing. Okay, so it should be, yep, pretty close to 1. Close to 8. -7. Yeah, minus 0 point, yeah, I think it's 0.5. Yeah, I kind of asked for that one. But, I mean, we're getting pretty much what we want. we'll only take damage now if we're close, we're alive, and we're like within his attack cone radius. And another thing we need to make sure is, because that's fine, it's what I thought it was. Before we even call these, these are the same, so we're just going to add an and boolean, and we're just going to add a bunch of qualifications. Add a pin. The distance of the attack radius is within the attack radius. There, you're in. What else? You're fine. The output will be there. And we want one or two more. One more. The one more will be the two more. The one more. No, the two more. We will do the two more. So I'm changing my mind a lot. So first of all, if you're alive, if that's true, and stumbled equals not. Damn it. Where's my not? Not. And we're not stumbled. So if we're stumbled, then stumbled equals not, that's true, then yes. So the enemy's not stumbled, then you don't attack. If we're dead, then we attack. If we're in the radius and we're in the cone, then attack. But if any one of these are not met, then you don't attack. Because just then, he was dead, but he still attacked me, and I don't appreciate that. Take damage, blah 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 blah, and yeah, you're not getting stumbled by this point right now, but that's fine. That's fine for now. Don't stumble. We're gonna do stumble a little later. But if the health drops below, then you're no longer alive, which is fine. We don't need a test, that's just gonna work. Okay, let's go to the next part. Let's get some melee coming on. The functions are called on the server side, right? I'm pretty sure they are, because I feel like every time I call a function, I've never had an issue with it being running on the server or not. Because we want to run this in a function rather than just in this. So we're gonna run calc here. Damn you. Okay, can we add inputs? Yes, we can. Damage. Also, we're gonna change these from variables to local variables. Damage U. damage will be a float. Player who hit me, so we want to know who attacked us. Bone hit. Bone hit. That way we know how to react when we get hit. Also, we're just going to be... oh shit. And damage. Okay, so what else? We want, where did we get hit? That would be hit location. You will be there. Damage type. That will be my one, not the one that comes with the Unreal. It'll be the one I made. Why is distance? Why do I have a distance there? I shouldn't have it. I don't think that matters. Stopping power. Stopping power I'm adding just because it's like different weapons might stun, some weapons might not. We're going to add stopping power to them. That way, heavier weapons can create... yeah. We do want to know if this was a melee attack. And we also want to know melee anim to play, and this would just be like a montage, I imagine. Yeah, anim montage. Okay, so I got punched, blah blah blah. Let's just take all of this. And we're going to run it through here, but I'm going to need to make a couple changes. First of all, we're deleting you. Incoming damage, incoming damage. Well, I'll just remember what I've done here. It's not hard to figure it out. Get rid of you, bone name. Shut up. Okay, we will keep that because that's being used outside of this variable, so that's fine. For now, all we want is incoming damage. That'll be a float, and maybe one more for just to keep it as a variable so we don't lose that. So you okay, so the first thing we do is play the hit reaction. That's fine. That is fine. Maybe. You know, no, we don't need that. We don't need that. I'm just gonna say melee. False. If we weren't melee, then we don't need this hit reaction, because that's purely if they get shot. Why am I doing that? Why am I doing that? The whole point of this is to chuck it in there like this. And you too. There we go. Look how neat that is. So much neater. Right here, we're also gonna want that. So the local bone here, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. If they get shot in the head, then we will take the incoming damage and we will times that by 2, and we will set the incoming damage. But also, we're going to make a new variable. No, not variable, a new function. Determine limb hit parent. Okay, this one's important. And all we need is a name. Bone hit. I feel like there's already like a get parent bone. Yeah, you see, I think because we look at the mesh, I think the way this one works is we look at the skeleton. I think if we get parent bone, I don't know how far up it goes. I need to test that. Let's test that. Print string. No, I want to know what bone I shot. The parent bone. So when we calculate hit, we will, if we don't shoot them in the head, determine limb hit parent, and that will just be you. But I don't want these going everywhere. There we go. So M16, back to 1 damage. I don't want them dying too quick. Okay. Calf right. Thigh right. Actually, yeah, follow me. Because there's a part over here where the mapping is bad. Maybe this fence. No. Over by this window. Come a little closer. Okay, stand still. Upper arm. You see, I kind of, yeah, it doesn't go as, it definitely just goes 1 high. So if I were to shoot him in the hand, then it was printing lower arm. Upper arm, clavicle. Yeah. So it just goes 1 up, which I don't like. I want a bit more control than that. So that's why I make my own variable here, which I will not make now because it's just going to be tedious. All this is going to be is we're not going to have that. Get rid of that. Switch. And I'm going to go through and take all of the bones that, and I'm going to pair them to the main ones that I want. So any bone that gets hit here, even in the hand maybe, then maybe the right arm. That's it. Yeah. But also it's going to allow me to detect if I shoot him in the leg, then I'm going to change I was saying that the other day, where we will set up blend weight. So that already exists, but you track to blend weight. We are going to add a new variable, and the new variable will be min blend weight. This will be clamp. So max. So the value will be this, and the minimum will be min blend weight. And by default, we'll set that to 0.2. Because I think that's what I had in here. 0.25. 0.25. And then all we've got to do is set this bad boy to, if we shoot in the leg, we set the minimum blend weight where's my calc? But that would also mean that we should bump this down, maybe swap this with this, which is what I've always done in the past actually. So you're now second, you're first. So we determine the damage, we determine the blend weight, and we determine everything else, and then we play the hit reaction. And stumbled, I'll keep you. If you were melee'd, then stumbled, and yes, we want this as well, so we'll do that. And we will say custom and stumble time, and that's just gonna have a simple have a retriggable delay, so we can hit them multiple times. Stumbled, set, not stumbled anymore. So back to calc here, we will say, what did I just create? And stumble time, just waited for the time it takes for this montage to play, and the montage to play will be melee and M to play. Okay, so that should be fine. But currently we're not even able to hit him with a melee weapon, so actually we don't need this, because if we go damage time, Oh, we've only got physical. Okay, yeah. No. We do need the melee because this is going to be very different. Because physical, we're going to have physical, fire damage, explosion damage. It's going to be different. Different damages for different things. So melee will fall under physical, so that's fine. We can keep that as is. What do we got? Okay. Let's go to our player character. Where's our left click? Left click. Left shift. One, two, three, four, blah, 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 blah. Left mouse button. Here we are. Assault rifle. I know I've got an ADS. Yes, ADS. Is hit. Recently hit. Where's my balls? Firing. Crouched. Aiming. I think aiming. I always had it as ADS, but I think I've just got it as aiming for now. So we will say if aiming is not true, if aiming is true, then we fire the weapon. If aiming is not true, then play animation. Play the animation. And play the animation is a fist punch. But we've got better weapons than that. So we're going to say, you. Back to you. Play the animation. But to play the animation, we're going to make a switch. You. To be fair, this is a bit irrelevant. I can see that already. You know, why am I calling a switch to call another switch when I can call it up here? It's a good point, whoever didn't ask that. We will have this broken off into functions a little later so that it will be nicer, but we're just going to get it working for now. That's our goal. Get one working, and then we can copy paste it to shit later and change a couple variables here and there, and it'll feel like it's all very unique. No one will know it's all copy pasted. You know what? Let's see what animations we got, because I don't. Surely we've got some character animations. Maybe rifle. We want root motion. Root motion is what we want. Target. Rifle hit. That, I imagine that's getting hit, right? Yeah. Okay, let's just go through. Gun down. Bang. Gotcha. Okay, we're gonna use both of these, but for now, where you at? There you at? We're gonna create. Rifle melee montage, and we're gonna leave that as is. We're not gonna alter that at all. If we have an assault rifle and we play this, then we will do a melee whatever. Let's do a line trace by a channel. No. What traces do we have? Sphere? Maybe capsule. I think capsule. Or a box. We'll do a box. Yeah, I don't want to do that. That sounds that looks too complicated. You know, that was scary. So we're gonna do a sphere trace by channel. This is still scary. Capsule. Trace by channel. And all we're gonna do is we're gonna get starting from the mesh. Actors to ignore. Get world location. But the problem is with the mesh, it's gonna be like at our feet, you know. So where do we want this? What do I have? What are you? Arrow component. Maybe the arrow component. We'll use the arrow component. I'll make my own arrow component. The nice red one, that's what I like. And I don't want to add it to my mesh. I want to add, it is added to the capsule. Good job, arrow, good job. Arrow. Alright, fine. Do it your way. You'll be the start. Alright, so how does this work? I think it is arrow. Get forward vector. Multiply. Plus, like, convert you to float. I think it's just u times the forward vector by like I think I've got that backwards. Debug, let's just say persistent. Radius 10. It's a bit small, but it's shooting all the way up there. I always get these parts confused, so I'm gonna steal it from my inventory system because I know there's a function and part in here with my interaction trace. So, I did get parts of it a little bit confused. So where? Okay, so first of all, we get u, and then we multiply u by a float, I believe. Convert u to a float. Set 500, and we'll convert u back to a vector. quick peek. So it is a plus, plus, plus. So we plus U with U. And that was my mistake, I believe. Also, 500 was huge. So we will say 100. That's better. That's better. Okay, now where's my... Back to you. You're supposed to be root motion. Why... Why are you not root motion? Blend in, blah 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 blah. Where's your root motion? I know. It's gotta be here somewhere. No? Rate scale. Maybe I just did these backwards. In place. Rifle, blah blah, where are you? I did them the wrong way. I didn't label these correctly. No. Delete. Rifle melee hard. Create anim montage. This will be anim montage root for reals though. And this one's garbage. For reals. Okay, so if we hit something, we will say break the hit result. Hit actor. Back to our zombies. What are we doing? Once you get hit, we will say just take damage. Take damage. That's what we're doing. Hit actor. Take damage. Send it as a message. True. Damage we will say is like 5. We'll say 5. We don't need to worry about bone hit. Don't need to worry about that. Physical damage, yes. Melee. Okay. It's a melee attack. And the melee animation that we want to play is... I don't know. Let's go find one. Character animations. Zombie pack. Zombie 01. Root motion, and hope to God I labeled these correctly. Let's go find some knockback. Browse to asset. We'll use all of them, but for now just the one. Zombie attack, ignore you because we're going to put it in here. Because you're telling it what animation to play. If I hit you, you do that. And it should. Before we continue, root motion from everything. Apply. Okay, you're not doing what I want you to do. You should be moving, but you ain't. It might be you. Root motion. It's probably one of those, but before we want to be hide root motion because it was in the in place. Whole star, melee for reals. See, he's playing the root motion, which is fine. I'll figure it out later, I think. But it should be playing the root motions. No. Root motion from everything. Apply. Okay, so root motion from everything. Yeah, you're still not working. Why? Why are you being a pain in my ass from everything? Unless it is the body. Default slot. Right arm. No, so the default slot should be the whole body. So it shouldn't have an issue with playing this normally. Oh. Well. Default group, maybe. Either way. The fact that it's not moving right now, it's not an issue. See, it's not taking over at all. It should be, but it isn't. Either way, let's go smack some zombies. Because when I smack him, he should stumble backwards a bit. But I'm going to assume that his root motion might be broken as well. Ooh, no. But it's not detecting a hit. So that would be the issue. Because if we go here, you. Not you. You. False. Print. No hit. It should be visibility, because that should work fine. Maybe there's no half height. Maybe that's the issue. See, that's detecting hits. That didn't detect anything. That one did. that didn't. It actually wasn't printing no hit though. So that would be the curious part. So we play this, does this. True. Print. Let's see if we're hitting anything. So if we print, no hit, Q. No hit, no hit, no hit. No hit, no hit, no hit, no hit. Why are you ignoring my visibility, bruh? Pawn, visibility, ignore. You see, I want you to block that. I don't want you to ignore that. And again, your root motion isn't working the way it should be. Which you don't appreciate. You're waiting way longer than you should be though. I think it's because let's look at the animation that he's actually playing. Wait, end stumble time. Go back. So yeah, you call this, you do this. The retriggerable delay shouldn't be in it. Right attack. That's not what I want. Where's your... Yeah, see, look how long this is. It takes him all this time to recuperate. It's way too long. Let's cut it off to about there. Frames, time format. How do you delete frames in this? Curves, blah 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 blah. I can't do it with you, can I? Go do it with you. So if you go to about there, and then we will remove one. That's not what I want, is it? It's not even the right animation. Yeah, see, I think that's the one I was playing with. Oh well, it doesn't matter either way. It's just a test. I think that's still too long. Maybe like this. And then get back to the action. And let's just use you. And now we'll say 50. You do 50 damage, blah blah blah. Should be much faster between me hitting him and him getting back into the action. Found you. That's that focus. So after he does an attack, we might do a thing to call focus. Yeah, so I can interrupt him because once he's stumbled, it shouldn't call to attack me. Okay, he beat me. But you get the point. It's like 4:15. I might call it here for now, but it's nice to actually get into a part I'm enjoying a bit more. So I'm gonna call it there. I'll